Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Travels Adventure, and today we're in Australia. Now we're on a new mod map called Yara Valley. Now this is a very unusual mod map and I kind of like it because it's brought something really unique to FS22. So let's run through some of the information off the mod hub. So this map was released on the 19th of the 7th 2023. It's on a version 1.0.0.0. It's cross-play compatible, so PC, Mac, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and the Xbox series of consoles. It is 261.67 megabytes to download. It's made by a modder called Gridoo, and yeah, it's got some very unusual features. Now, first thing I did notice is when I was actually loading into this map, the text information down in the bottom right hand side, like near where the map loading screen is, got some custom text about the actual map and the area. It talks about the cheese and also the different types of chocolate that you can make. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that on a mod map. So if you've ever seen that before on another mod map, let me know in the comments below. So on to the information from the actual description on Mod Hub. So Yara Valley is a real valley based around the town of Yara Glen, Victoria, Australia. On the banks of the winding Yara River, this region is a popular tourist destination for its vineyards, just there, golf courses, horse riding, unique chocolates and a variety of cheeses. So if you're into your chocolates and cheeses, this might be the map for you. You will start out owning the Yara Hill Restaurant and Grapevines, which I think we've just flown over there. And you'll also start by having your own grape harvester and grape processing plant, so that's down here. You'll also be the greenskeeper for the local golf course. Now that's an unusual idea. Quite like the idea of that though. It's something that obviously happens in the UK a little bit, but something a little bit unusual for FS22. So the actual map itself has the custom Yara restaurant, which is here, and this really nice decorative don't really know what you call it, but I suppose it's the part of the restaurant itself. Walkway with a nice wood trusses and this nice bit of greenery and water there. So you've got two custom cow pastures next to the dairy. These are custom dairy that can make cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, blue cheese and brie. Oh, there's a nice train running through here as well. That's answered that question. It's also got a chocolatier which can do dark chocolate, white chocolate and chocolate coated strawberries, and also chocolate coated honeycomb. Now here's a full 18-hole golf course as well that you're going to have to maintain and cut the grass on. These 3 full fields with grapevines ready to pick, including all the machinery that you start with. You start with horses that need to be exercised on the race course and the equestrian courses. There's a train line, a grain elevator, a BGA, a sugar mill, a bakery, a carpentry and a sawmill. There's 29 farmlands and 21 fields, so big map actually. It doesn't look like it's like a 4X map, but it does feel a big map actually when you look around it, so definitely something unusual. So let's get our feet firmly back down on the ground. And then what we'll do, we'll have a look at our starting equipment. As you can see, we've got quite a good arrangement of starting equipment. We've got the first time I've ever seen small tractors. So we've got the Landini Rex 4-120 GT small tractor, which is perfect for your vines and your grapevines and the vineyard. This has got 112 horsepower. You've also got 2 medium tractors. You've got the Fendt 714, so it's got 150 horsepower. And also the really nice John Deere 7810, which has got 175 horsepower. You've then got the John Deere 7R270 in the large tractor category of 305 horsepower. We've got the New Holland Broad 9070L grapevine picker. So this is the first time I've ever seen this on a starting farm, but yeah, I quite like using these, I must admit. We've got the Krone Big M 450 mower. That's really nice to see. We've also got the Manitou MC18-4 forklift, so that must be when you're working in your grape processing plant. We've got the Lizard pickup from 2017, and we've got the Welger DK115 dolly trailer, so that'd be quite good for doing some of the fields. You've got quite a lot of grape technology as well, so that's good. You've got the grape trailer for the harvesting. You've got the Hardy Mercury 4000 sprayer and fertiliser for the vines. And then you've got the two pruners for the vines. So you've got the Provitis MP122 Ocia. We've got two of those, so one for the back, one for the front, so that's pretty good. You've got the Amazonia ZA-TS 3200 fertiliser spreader. Now remember, this one only does fertiliser, not lime. You've got the Vicon Fanex 901 9-metre tedder. You've also got the Pottinger Impress 185 VC Pro baler. That does 125cm to 180cm normal bales and can then wrap bales up to 150cm. And then finally, we've got the Bachmann MH-AL 4320/35 trailer. So that's quite nice to see. So this is one of our starting areas. So quite commercialised, obviously, because we're like pretending or acting being like the groundskeeper and the grape harvesting company for the restaurant up the top of the hill. So we start with this shed here with all our equipment. We start with quite a lot of fertiliser and with a couple of IBCs. Or is it just one? Yep, that's pretty cool though. And there's all your nice tractors, looking very, very shiny as always, so that's nice. And then in this one, I think is where the grape harvester is. Yeah, you got your grape harvester and all your grape tools. And just looking out of here, very, very interesting outlook. I mean, it's don't want to fall off the cliff there, get a bit wet and a bit muddy. So yeah, this is the area where we can go and put the grapes. This is your custom Yara grape processing area. Some nice customization here though, with the different silos and this press as well, and the loading area. I think that's pretty nice actually. It's a nice little feature. So if we just run around here, this I believe goes up to the restaurant. It's a very steep hill, so we're glad we're running around pretty quick. So this is the restaurant here, I believe. We go in. Oh yes, very nice. Looks very posh to me. Probably not somewhere I would go personally. And then obviously this is one of the nice features of the map, this area here. Really nicely done though. Some nice textures, some nice models, something very different in FS22, so I'm always a fan of something unique. Obviously this is straight off the cliff there with where your starting equipment is. And then over here, whoop, get stuck there. So also we've got some nice areas here, so nice green areas, etc. We've got a production here. Don't really know what that one is yet, but I'm sure we can find out shortly. There's a few areas here as well. So some very interesting arrangements and layouts. And this is your big grapevines. I mean, there's an awful lot of them, and they go on for a very long time, which is actually correct in Australia, because I think Australia make an awful lot of wine. So it's pretty nice to see a map with some well established and set up vineyards already, so that's really good. So I think pretty much covered everything we can see on the starting area. As you can see out this way though, we've got very nice outlook over here. Got some really nice aqueducts, bridges there for the train to go over, and there's a main road here and some nice greenery and some nice features as well. So that's really impressive. So if we go back to what we actually start with in new farmer mode. So first off, field wise, we start with farmland 2, which is like this field here, field 1, and our home trigger and the restaurant and the grape processing facility. So it's a pretty big area. And then you also start with the golf course, which is actually 22. So that's a very big area, and we'll come by that shortly as well. So that's pretty good. Now there's no custom crops, and the calendar doesn't look like it's been changed much, apart from it has actually, because it's been changed to an Australian diary by the looks of that. If you look here, they're classing summer as January and then autumn as April, March. So that's quite confusing. I've only just spotted that. but that's also something a bit custom, so that's quite interesting. So your calendar is very much different to what we're used to. So when it comes to the actual selling of all of your wares, it looks like they sell points for pretty much everything that's in the base game. Don't think there's anything here that's from the expansion, but there's a few bits and bobs that have been added. So if we look down here, we've obviously got the cheddar cheese, the blue cheese, Swiss cheese, brie cheese, very nice, dark chocolate, white chocolate, chocolate coated strawberries, and chocolate coated honeycomb. So that's really quite cool. You start off, like it said in the description, with a horse pasture, and you've got a couple of very nice grey horses there for you to train and ride. Contracts are pretty good, to be honest with you. You've got quite a lot of high paying contracts as well, actually, so that's quite nice. You start with the Yara grape processing production, obviously, so you put raisins and grape juice, etc. So that's put grapes in, get raisins out, etc., and grape juice as well, so that's good. And then that's pretty much it. So quite impressive though, I must admit. Something very interesting. So if we look back on the map itself, we'll run through some of the productions, I think. So we've got a grain elevator down here, got a lime station, got a biogas plant. So if we just go there a second, we always like to have a quick look how much it is to buy, because this is quite a big one, actually, a 1 kilowatt one. So I'm going to guess it's probably going to be quite expensive. Can we find the buy trigger? No, sure we can. Let me have a quick look. There's 1 point to unload. It's usually in between the domes. No, it's over here this time. Wow, 2.216 million. That's quite expensive. That's a lot of cheese. That's a lot of cheddar. Right, so we're moving this way to the left. We've got the dairy, so that's actually the custom dairy as well. If we buy that quickly, so if we then have a quick look at the production point, so then you've got all your custom cheese, cheddar cheese, blue cheese, Swiss cheese and brie cheese. Okay, so it doesn't actually need anything different, but obviously the cycles a month are different, but the actual production cost is the same. So normal cheese is 1200, cheddar cheese 1680, 1440, 1440 and 2160. So that's actually been increased. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So back to the normal map. Down here we've got a place to take the train. Hellersville, I think that is. Then here we've got the Yara Golf Club. Up here we've got a sawmill. And then here we've got a lime station, a train silo, the train silo, and the rent the train. So we go here a second. You see there's a couple of nice custom train silos. That's a really nice looking building, actually. Something a bit different. I've not seen that on many map tours before. Then we can rent the train. Quite expensive though, £1,000, dollars or euros an hour. But nice area to offload everything. So that's nice to see a working train. And up here we've got the restaurant, the Yara Glen Bakery, vehicle workshop, the gas station. I'm guessing it might be the vehicle shop. Yep. Fast food restaurant, Yara Glen supermarket, our horse pasture, carpentry, Gulf Station farm, that's animal dealer by the looks of that, Yara Valley chocolatier, and a sugar mill. So if we go here, don't think we're going to have enough money to buy this, but you never know, because this is just custom chocolate. Can we jump? No, we can't, but I'm guessing it's got the dairy on it. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing this is going to be able to do the custom chocolate that you can sell, so that's nice. Then we've got the sugar mill, and down here we have got the train station again, so we can buy some sell all our wares off the map. As you can see, there's a river that runs all the way through the actual middle of the map, and looks like it might come down here as well. I think what we'll probably do quickly as well, have a quick look at the golf course. So this is the actual golf club that you are the groundsperson on when you are a new farmer. So if we have a look, I'm trying to remember where it is. There we are. If you have a look down here, this is where your grassland equipment is. So you've got your crone, your baler, your tedder, your fent, and a very nice Anderson bale loader. I didn't see that. No, I didn't. That's not actually listed in the owned items. Is it listed as a leased item? It is. So it's a leased bale loader. So that's something to be aware of. But if we have a quick look at the golf course itself, because it's pretty cool, I must admit. Shame I can't actually play golf in FS22, but hello there. Got lots of grass to cut by the looks of it, and to make sure the green looks really pristine and very, very nice. So yeah, very interesting. Nice undulation and topology on the map as well. Actually, lots of rolling hills and lots of different angles of the golf course and the walkways. I'm not quite sure about the people walking around though, so don't know if that just might need a little bit of an alteration, but it's still pretty good though. It's definitely an interesting addition to an FS22 map, we'll put it that way. So I think what we'll probably do is, if we can find our car in a second, then we'll do the PDA Map Tour first. So as you can see, your starting areas here. So this is one of the vineyards, this is another. The fields are interesting shapes, so quite a big field here and here and here. Some square, some with a bit of cutouts, quite angular, so it might work quite well for something like the AO workers, but we'll have to see. Quite a big area though. The road layout's quite basic, I think, really. So obviously you've got to round about here and then come down to here to like a main highway, and then here to come down the map to the bottom. So yeah, it's not massively complicated, not many different routes, but that should be pretty good to use. So if we skip through our vehicles now, can I actually make my driving any better? One of my members or fellow YouTube content creators has recommended some setting changes I've done to my controller to see if I can make it a little bit easier to drive. Let's see if it's worked. So if we put the map up a second, so I think we're there. If we go right, we'll go into the commercial/industrial area, I think. So let's see. Roads are pretty good. They're quite they're pretty wide as well, so it'll be quite good for being able to run some larger equipment. Doesn't look like my driving's got any better, but hopefully I don't crash. But it's a very nice outlook though. I mean, some of the trees are very nice, and some of the custom textures that have been used look good. We go over this roundabout, hopefully not over the top completely. I think the driving's got a little bit better. Haven't crashed yet, so that's good. We'll just go into this nice, whoa, commercial area. I think some of the pedestrians are doing a bit of jaywalking there. Might need a oh, I'll overtake this guy. Hopefully, maybe not. Oops, I'll move out of the way. So obviously this is your commercial area or industrial, so it's quite a nice area. Quite a few shops and quite a few places to get to bring all your wares and your crops. So that's good. So I've got a carpentry sawmill there. Let's park up here a second. Let's see how much that is to buy. That's just a sell wood trigger. Just the carpentry. There we are. 60,000. So none of that's been altered. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it's a nice area actually, I must admit. Very impressed. Some nice custom buildings. I've not seen ones like that before on any maps. If you have, then let me know in the comments below in this video. So yeah, quite impressed actually. It's a little bit different. Fields are cotton in this one, so that's an interesting crop to always try and harvest. But I think pretty nice area really. So I think what we'll do, as always, we'll probably finish the map tour with field prices. Now, oh, I'll tell you what I haven't done actually. We haven't run through the horses. Now, if I remember rightly, on the map, it's up here, isn't it? Yes, horse pasture. So we have our horses there. Now, where is, aha! We have a horse racing course, and we've got the stands and the stadium. That's pretty cool. It looks like a bit like a baseball stadium stands from there, but this is pretty good. I think then we've got area to jump. I think first time ever in a map tour. Let us see if we can actually go and ride a horse quickly. This could be interesting, and it could be quite unusual. Yeah, okay. Now, can I remember actually how? Set and jump. Here we go. Let's see if we can make a lap round this. See if we can actually make a lap round this horse racing course without falling off or crashing. Nice train there. So, interesting this could be actually on a multiplayer. You could potentially do a little bit of a horse racing day, maybe, which could be quite fun to do. It's something a little bit different, I must admit. I think it's just adds to a little bit of uniqueness in the game again. So if we just jump over here, and we've also got this area here for equestrian, so we can learn to do a little bit of show jumping. Oh, yep, done that one. Yeah, and that one. Not bad, not bad. I'm going to say done quite well there. So I suppose when you are a new farmer on this map, you've got quite a few jobs to do straight away. You've got your fields, you've got your vines, you've got your horses, and you've got your golf course to look after. So that's pretty good. So let's leave Choco here for a second. Well done, Choco. So now we'll probably run through the field prices. So if we want to extend into farmland 5, which I think has got another vineyard in it, it's 596,000. That's quite a lot. Let's say we wanted to buy some actual agricultural land. So 13, 205, number 3, 289, number 4, 373. Hopefully the ones over here are a little bit cheaper. 124, 136, 233. So yeah, interesting field prices and some arrangement of where you've got the fields and the vines, etc. But I actually quite like this map for something a little bit different. If you're into doing your grapes and you're into doing horses and want to have a little bit of changing up of your game, this might be the right map for you. So hopefully you've enjoyed this map tour. If you have, give it a like, subscribe to the Grainman channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks.